Are tattoos bad? Can tattoos up your health? What effect they have on your body? What is the meaning of life? I don't know about this last one, but previous two questions, I can answer those with these. Hey folks, I'm Master John Hotelli. I've been in this craft for 7+ years and I want to share my experience with you. So you know what I didn't at the time and learn on my mistakes, because that's what wise people do. In this video, we will touch upon the legend that parents were using to scare their rebellious teenage kids so they don't get a tattoo. And unfortunately, adults are quite guilty of that too. But let's not be judgmental here. It's not out of malice, it's just a knowledge gap that I will fill for you. Now, before we get into the juicy part of this video, small warning. If you have some kind of skin disease or other types of applications that can affect your healing ability, like for example hemophilia, you should avoid getting one. Anyway, before you decide to engrave something on your body, you have to make sure that you are perfectly healthy and are not allergic to tattoo ink or certain chemicals it may contain. You should see a professional and accumulate enough knowledge about your condition before you get one. So you can warn the artist because there are types of inks that are hypoallergic. It's good for you because, well, you will suffer less. Now it's time for sauce. And here comes the big question. Why does tattooing affect your immune system? Tattoos and various body engravings have been around for thousands of years in many cultures. While the tattoos and techniques have evolved over the years, the main principle stays the same. Whether it's with a sharp stick or high-end tattoo machine, what basically happens is your skin is getting stabbed repeatedly and the ink is injected under the layer of your skin. However, in the meantime, the small blood vessels are being punctured as well. So not only is your skin is damaged, some of the ink managed to get into the bloodstream as well. And since pigments and chemicals presented in the ink are not natural to your body, the immune system gets triggered and your body is reacting to stress and damage. While your antibodies can mostly take care of the minor infection and bacteria that may occur due to exposure of the inner, vulnerable layer of your skin, there's still a problem of the toxic chemicals and heavy metals that are presented in some wings, and due to different colors are derived from different combinations of pigments and chemical elements, not all of them are beneficial for your long-term or short-term health. While in the aspect of inks used, we have come a long way from questionable herbs, burned woods, and crushed caterpillars as the ingredients. There is still a wide array of low-quality cheap inks and different reactions each individual's body can have to a certain substances present even in the most high-grade ones. If you are interested what kind of inks do I personally prefer to use, you can check some of them in affiliate link down in the description. Are tattoos bad for immune system? I don't usually start with the negatives, however, this statement given does hold some truth. But the opposite is true in certain cases as well. It's a double-edged sword, so to speak. Now, as an artist, it should not be my interest to discourage you from getting a tattoo, because if I do, there is a chance you will end up in my studio. However, opposite is very wrong thing to do as well. My job is to inform you on dangers, pros and cons of getting a tattoo, because what really matters to me and should matter to genuine artists is that the client is fully aware what they are doing and that they made the decision independently and take full responsibility for the consequences of said action, provided those consequences are outside of artist's responsibilities. There have been numerous times I tried to convince clients not to get a certain tattoo, well, for certain reasons, even though it would cost me an appointment. But as I said many times, this is a wet and other subject that requires very in-depth analysis and discussion. Anyway, the first obvious hazard is of course infection, which may happen if the equipment or wound is not properly sterilized. And it's due to either unprofessionalism of the artist or client's improper care of the tattoo, which due to the nature of tattooing process is basically a wound and should be treated like one, with a few twists here and there. But this is a topic for another video. Second hazard can be the ink itself, which may contain chemicals that can cause allergies and permanently end up in your lymph nodes, which are an important part of your immune system. If your immune system is already disturbed, getting a tattoo is not a good idea because it can cause long-term side effects in the future, such as pain and inflammation later on. After all, the ink is a foreign object that doesn't naturally belong to your body. Also, different colored inks are produced with different chemicals. Therefore, not all shades are equally safe. And in US alone, FDA has prohibited and withdrawn many types of inks and makeup dyes, since numerous customers were complaining about the negative side effects they were experiencing. Some chemicals, which as we said, stay permanently in your body and may even contribute to developing cancerous cells. So that topic requires a coverage of its own. So if you would like me to cover this topic or something similar, you can leave your suggestions down in the comments. And while you are at it, absolutely body slam Dave Batista bomb the like button if the content I provided today helped you in any way, and obviously subscribe for more informative content like this. Are tattoos good for immune system? Since the tattooing process, to put it lightly, is the injection of the ink under your skin and subsequently a little bit in your bloodstream, this is, as said before, a foreign object, and if you follow this logic, it's no wonder that some people think that it's not really that good. However, there is more to it that meets the eye. Now I will keep it simple and avoid complicated sciencey words. You see, folks, when you're getting a tattoo, you're basically getting stabbed millions of times with a small needle, which creates millions small wounds. When this happens, your immune system reacts by releasing antibodies into your bloodstream to prevent wounds from getting infected. However, those are not concentrated on those wounds exclusively. Therefore, after getting a tattoo, your immune system is working even more actively than before. And since there are lots of antibodies in your bloodstream, you are not only perfectly safe, more than that, any other infection will be weakened or completely neutralized by your immune system, since it's already on high alert. Several studies also show that people who have several tattoos have lower chances of catching virus infections, since their immune system, due to frequent stress of tattooing, is much more responsive and produces even more antibodies. Now, that's all well and good, but it doesn't mean you should get a tattoo for the sole purpose of boosting your immune system. That's not a therapy or a treatment, man. Well, that was a lot to take in, so let's go through the key points one more time. If you have skin disease and some kind of immune disorder, take care of this first to avoid further complications and inconveniences for both parties. Since the process of tattooing is constant puncturing and injecting of the ink, you got to be prepared for the pain, taking care of the tattoo as if it's a delicate wound. Before you get a tattoo, do a research regarding your allergies and inks with the hazardous chemicals, and consult the artist beforehand. Provided that tattoo is done professionally, including sanitation and using high quality safe inks, and some of them you can check in the description below, your long-term health will be alright, and in some cases even improve ever so slightly. So, what did we learn today? We learned how the tattoos affect our bodies, why they do, and now we have a general idea what happens in the body when we get a tattoo. I believe you also learn to be more responsible regarding your health now that you are aware of positive and negative effects tattooing can have on your body. And remember, knowledge is power if you know you are prepared, and if you are prepared, you will be alright, buddy. Anyway, if you enjoyed my sexy voice, you can loop the video, and if you like the content and found out something new and interesting, you can leave a like and subscribe. That was it for today. It was my pleasure sharing with you folks. You truly are wonderful. Have a nice day and see you in the next one.